Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Monday, July 29th, as we get one day closer to the trade deadline. Cubs shock the world, trade for Isaac Paredes from the Tampa Bay Rays. Give up Christopher Morel, good riddance. I got a guy with more power and better batting average and better defender. Okay, I'll take that guy. Did have to give up a couple prospects to go with it. Didn't get into the major 4 or 5. They're probably going to be household names, hopefully, here in the next couple seasons. So, good trade and control for Paredes through, 27? So, I think they got to upgrade at third base and didn't have to do much to give him up besides their current third baseman, right? So, Morel can't even hit 200. Paredes is going to hit close to 300 and give that lineup pop as well. So, the pop's probably about the same, but, 100 points in batting average and a guy that doesn't strike out nearly as much, you got to like that upgrade. Anyway, getting into the show today, we have, what do we have? We've got 12 games. We do have a doubleheader in the mix as well. It is a Monday, so normally a little light on Mondays, but pretty full schedule today. So let's get into this. First of all, if you're new to our show, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams: Dodgers, Cubs, Royals, Orioles. So we will play our bets in those 4 particular games, but we will give you bets for all the games going on and plays, all that kind of good stuff there. So let's get rocking. First game up, that first game of the doubleheader, 12:05 out here in Phoenix, 3:05 Eastern Time. It's Blue Jays, Orioles. Eflin, the new addition for the O's, against Rodriguez for the Blue Jays. Orioles are, how do we put this here? Pretty damn good favorite here. Really? About $1.99 favorite? Okay. We do like the O's in this game, but I'm like, that's kind of big, especially for Zach Eflin. It's not like Eflin's been pitching dominantly or something. I was kind of shocked at this one. About the line. Now, Orioles just come off a series with the Padres. They lose the first 2 games because they couldn't score. And defense was bad. They win game 3. Offense took over in that one. And they still haven't been hitting a lot of home runs. The Blue Jays starting pitchers are notorious for giving up the long ball. That's another reason why we like the Orioles today. Let's give you those game 1 bets. Orioles money line. -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles -0.5 run. First 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Now, the batter props, obviously, we'll have to see. But normally game 1s, they put out the stars anyway. So, Gunnar Henderson, home run double over hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Anthony Santander, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Vlad Guerrero, as he's had excellent success against Eflin over his career. Guerrero, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time. Game 1, Orioles, Blue Jays. Orioles money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles -0.5 run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Santander, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Vlad Guerrero Jr., home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game. It's probably going to be the second game of the doubleheader. France is going for Blue Jays, and we do not have a starter named as of yet. I'm going to be really honest here. I think the Blue Jays are they had a good series against Texas, but Texas is right now a below average team. They just are, unfortunately. I don't think that, and the Blue Jays were at home. On the road, they've been disgusting for most of the season. I think Orioles, normally we would play this game, Orioles win the first one, lose the second one, but I think we're going to have to play Orioles on both sides of this frame here. So let's give you the bets in game 2 for the Orioles. Now, player props, we will be off on this one depending on what's going on. So make sure you do check out our Google Sheets, which you can do at our TikTok and YouTube channel pages as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. Just click onto that. Click the link, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, and then pick 2024 baseball. Scroll down to July 29th. As soon as we get updated players for Game 2, we'll have those for you. Anyway, Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over the team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Now, Gunnar has had a couple good days in a row, so we'll go back to him again if he's playing both games. Gunnar, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Mountcastle, who has been struggling, but has great success in his career against the starting pitcher. So we'll go Mountcastle, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. One more time, Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles minus a half a run. First 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ryan Mountcastle, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. All right, I've talked enough about the Orioles and the Blue Jays. What other games we got going on, right? Let's go. 6:40 Eastern Time, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. Guardians, Tigers in Detroit. BB going against Jack Flaherty, who has pitched really well as of late. Guardians a slight favorite here. I mean, I understand why. They're the best team in the American League Central, and Detroit's not there. Detroit's been on them, you know. They've been hanging around, doing some things. Last game against the Twins was a little tough. They did play well on Saturday's game against Scoobel. But I'm going to take the Tigers here. Tigers money line, Tigers plus 1.5, Tigers plus a half a run from 5. Next game up, Yankees, Phillies. Lucas Gill going against Zach Wheeler in Philadelphia. New York had a good series with Boston. Did take, 2 out of 3. Boston should have won all 3 of those games. Once again, I'll give you a little hint, America, and all Major League Baseball teams. Don't throw to Judge. How stupid do you have to be to continue to throw to Judge? Intentionally walk him. I mean, I'm just a guy out here betting on sports. I ain't no GM in baseball. I ain't no manager. Walk him! Oh my God. I don't care if the bases are loaded and you give up a run because of a walk. Guess what? It wasn't 4. It is so stupid to watch these teams continue to pitch to Judge. I want to see Judge hit as well. There is no reason to pitch to him. He's hot right now. If he was like, let's say he was 0 for his last 20 or something like that, maybe we throw him a couple balls to see if we can get away without putting a runner on. But just walk him. The Yankees finally get maybe a piece to put behind him. And what do? Game 1 of Jazz Chisholm? They put him in the 6, like, where the hell is he? In the 5, 6 hole? You got Austin Wells backing up. There is no pitcher in the Major League scared of Austin Wells. I don't care if he's got a 900 OPS over his last 20 at-bats or whatever the hell it is. Nobody's scared of him. They will pitch to him all day. But you walk Judge, period. Pitch to Soto, walk Judge. Until the Yankees figure out that they have to put Soto or Chisholm or somebody like that to protect Judge, you continue to walk him. That's what you just do. Phillies maybe will figure this out. They are a $1.50 favorite. The offense has been a little flat over this last week. Maybe coming back home and getting some home cookings to ticket. Give us the Phillies minus a half a run from 5. Also, Phillies money line for the game. And we also like a minus 1.5 for the game as well. In that one. Next game up, 4:10 out here in Phoenix, 7:10 Eastern Time. Cubs, Reds in Cincinnati. Looks like we've got Talion versus Spears in this one. Pitching matchup maybe leans to the Cubs here a little bit. What happened to the Cubs over the weekend? Royals are a damn good team. All of a sudden, the offense showed up. Hell, it's been gone for 2 weeks. They make they're 6 games back under 500, and they make 2 trades that looks like they're trying to compete for a wild card. They're not. Talion is not as good as what he's been shown this year. He's not. He's never had a year this good. Maybe this is going to be his banner year. I don't think so. I think he's got a lot of home runs given up left in him. I've watched this guy for years, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. I doubt he figured it out all of a sudden. Maybe he did, and hopefully he did if the Cubs are going to keep him. It doesn't look like the Cubs are going to sell anything off at the deadline. I thought for sure we'd see 3 or 4 pieces gone. I mean, I'd like to see Dansby Swanson traded for a bag of licorice. And we pay 3/4 the contract. Get rid of that turd. What has he done? He doesn't even play great defense. He plays above average defense. It's not fantastic. It's not Ozzie Smith out there. And he can't hit nothing. It's frustrating to watch the Cubs in that offense. The bullpen has actually been decent lately. Tyson Miller's been a huge addition that they picked up for the bullpen. All of a sudden, the rest of the guys can get outs once he showed up. So, I mean, I'll give the Cubs some credit. They do it. The pieces seem to be there. The offense is the part that just worries you to death every day. And showing up 2 out of 7 days doesn't constitute an offense. But here, Reds back at home. The Reds score runs when they're at home. They have been a struggling machine when they are on the road trying to score some runs. But they do score runs at home. Give us the Reds. Let's run through all those bets for you here. Reds, money line. Reds minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Reds over the team total. Reds money line first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Elly De La Cruz and Jeimer Candelario both have good success against Talion lifetime. So give me Elly home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Jeimer Candelario, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time. Reds, Cubs in Cincinnati. Reds, money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Reds over their team total. Reds money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Elly De La Cruz, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Jeimer Candelario, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up. Mariners, Red Sox. Well, Red Sox, like I said, you shit yourself the whole weekend series with the Yankees won 1 game. You should have won. I mean, game 3, I understand, got away from you a little bit, but if you win game 2, I think the game 3 is totally different, to be really honest, in that series. Now you're facing the Mariners, who, by the way, are in a battle for themselves. Now, the Mariners in a big battle. Let's see here with the Stros, who the Stros threw away a game in game 3 because they, couldn't score any runs to help out Spaghetti Arrighetti. If you go in a game and your starting pitcher is Spaghetti Arrighetti and you score 2, do you think you're really going to win? Hell no. Lucas Gilbert against Pivetta in Boston. And somehow the Red Sox are favored? Okay. Mariners plus a half a run from 5. Mariners money line. Mariners plus 1.5. Simple as that. The Red Sox right now, I still can't believe the Red Sox are 55-49. Now, they were 10-11 games over 500. They've come down a little bit here in the week. They haven't made any moves. It doesn't appear that they're going to make any moves. I don't know why. A team that shouldn't be in the wild card hunt is. When I looked at the start of the season, if they went 500, I thought that was going to be tremendous. They've been better than that. They've pitched better than that, as the offense has been a shade inconsistent, as they have multiple games where they go under 2 runs or under, and then pop off a bunch of 10-run games as well. But give us, like I said, the Mariners plus a half run front five, Mariners money line, Mariners plus 1.5 in that one. Next game up, also 7:10 Eastern time, 4:10 out here in Phoenix. Twins Mets. All right, what can somebody explain to me how the team that was the hottest team over the last 40 games, what the hell happened to them against the Braves over the weekend? Really? Like, what happened to that offense over the weekend? And then the pitching reverted back to what it was at the start of the season, which is starter gives up at least 3 and the bullpen will double it. Twins have been playing pretty well overall, 58 and 46. They're still 500, and then that 12-game winning streak gets them where they're at. They're still in the wild card hunt. The Mets are as well, 55 and 50. Quintana's not my favorite pitcher, and he can be hit. Right-handers can own him all day long in that one. But there's not really a ton I like in this one with Woods Richardson. The only thing I'm going to say in this one is over 8.5 total, over 4.5 front five. We necessarily don't care for a side much in that one. Next game up, 4:45 out here in Phoenix, 7:45 Eastern time. Rangers, Cardinals. Cardinals sneak out a game 3 against the Nationals. They got their ass beat all weekend long. Sneak out a win in game 3 of that series so they don't get swept. Rangers come to town. Rangers have been, how do I put this politely, god-awful. Rangers, actually, with Eovaldi on the mound, are a $1.20 favorite here. I don't know how you can do it. Like, the offense has been a little bit below par, scoring maybe 3 runs or so per game. The pitching hasn't been that good. The bullpen for the Rangers is, once again, god-awful. St. Louis Cardinals, money line, Cardinals plus a half a run front five, Cardinals plus 1.5 for the game as well. Next game up, 5:10 out here in Phoenix, 8:10 Eastern time. Braves go to the Brouhahas. We got what? Ray. Let's see, what else we got cooking here? Ray versus Holmes. Who the hell is Holmes, right? Like, the Atlanta's just whatever pitcher we can find to start the game off. Let's go, right? Should be Milwaukee. Milwaukee finally got a win in the series against the Marlins. They have been struggling to score, but put up 6 on Sunday. Maybe that's a little bit of a click here. Brewers money line front five in that one as well. 5:10 Eastern time as well. We have the Royals and the White Sox on the south side of Chicago. Royals lose 2 out of 3 to the Cubs, and I'm still trying to scratch my head figuring out why. Alec Marsh, the worst starter for the Royals, 7-7 with an ERA of about 4.5. Flexing for the White Sox, he's been god-awful as well. Royals about a $1.60 favorite, and they should be. I really thought that the Royals needed to add a bat, and not adding the bat so far has really kind of hurt them. That's been the issue. All this pressure on Bobby Witt to do everything just does not work. Salvador Perez shows up occasionally. Pascantino's nothing good for, but maybe a double, occasionally a single. Freddie Furman hits left-handers pretty well, but doesn't hit the righties. Hunter Renfroe has been more missed than hit all season long. But the Royals actually have, like, their starters are pretty good. Seth Lugo has struggled a little bit. Reagan did not have his best stuff yesterday. Walker's pitched well here as of late, but I don't want to see the Royals fade out of this wild card. They have an opportunity. I hope in the next day or two they can get a stick, somebody that can hit. It necessarily doesn't. I don't even need a power bat. I just need a guy that can hit 250. That seems to be the struggle. They've got a bunch of dudes that hit way under 200 for some reason, so maybe they can grab one. I hope they do. In this game here with Marsh and the White Sox look like they've quit. I mean, the record for the White Sox, they're still at 27 wins. 27 and 81, folks. I mean, that's like what is that, 23% winning percentage? Give us the Royals here. They're only a $1.60 our favorite. We feel like we're getting a bargain because Alec Marsh is pitching in this one. Let's give you all the bets in that game there. Royals money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over the team total. Royals minus a half a run first 3 innings and first 5, minus 1.5 runs front 7. Bobby Witt, always going to him. He just continues to pile up the hits as he's leading the league in hits, runs, everything else. Witt, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Miguel Garcia, since they moved him down to the bottom of the lineup, he's actually been hitting quite well. So give us Garcia, homer, over hits, runs, RBIs, double, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time, Royals, White Sox, Southside of Chicago, Alec Marsh and Flexen, starting pitchers. Royals money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals minus a half a run first 3 innings and first 5, minus 1.5 front 7. Bobby Witt, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Miguel Garcia, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up, Pirates, Astros, 8:10 Eastern Time, 5:10 here in Phoenix. Paul Skeens on the mound. Everybody's going to get super excited for Paul Skeens. The number one prop bet almost every week is Paul Skeens over strikeouts. Look at that number. If it isn't 7.5, do not play it. I don't think it's going to be at 6.5. I've got a feeling here against the Stros that he's not going to strike out an absolute ton. Bloss for the Stros starting in this one. Going to be a tough game for the Astros at home. I expect a low-scoring game on both sides, to be really honest. The Pittsburgh offense did score some runs yesterday. They got a 6th spot. It's not normal, and they normally don't score a bunch of runs for Skeens either. Under 7.5 is looking really tasty here, as well as Astros plus a half a run front 5. And this is not necessarily because Skeens is pitching. I think he's going to pitch bad. I just don't think the Pirates are going to score any runs till late. So, like I said, Stros plus a half a run front 5 in that one, and under 7.5 total in that game. Next game up, and the last game on the board, 9:40 Eastern Time, 6:40 out here in Phoenix. The Nationals come to Phoenix to play against the D-backs. In this one, D-backs, they're hanging around 55 and 51 in the wild card hunt, right behind the Mets. They got a decent shot to probably win the wild card. They really do. Or get into the wild card. Now, they don't have the team that they had last year. Corbin Carroll's a major piece of that. A dude that was hitting almost 300 is now hitting 200. A guy with an OPS well over 400 last year it's under 300. He has struggled. The sophomore slump is true there. I mean, he was awesome last year, not so much this year. Ketel Marte's had a better year. Christian Walker's had a better year. Gabby Moreno's been down. Lourdes Gurriel's been down. Jock Peterson is never going to be a winner. But he continues to hit in the third hole for this team all the time. Parker versus Montgomery. Now, Montgomery did have a good start his first time back off the shelf going against the Royals. I do not expect that here. And they are a big, big, big favorite at $1.60 plus for the Diamondbacks. Don't like it. I'm not saying Parker's fantastic either, but I think he's going to be better than Montgomery. Nationals plus a half a run front 5. Nationals plus 1.5 on the run line. And Nationals over their team total, which should be 3.5 to 4.5 in that one. All right, so we just gave you guys a ton of bets. Where do you get to check those out? We mentioned it before. Our Google Sheets, you can find those in multiple spots online. YouTube and TikTok channel pages, as well at the end of every episode on YouTube, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Click on that link, go to 2024 baseball, scroll down to July 29th. Yes, it's a long scroll, so you might want to do it on a laptop or something to that effect because it's got the whole season on there. We just don't put the one day and erase it. We leave the whole season up for everybody to see. Scroll down to July 29th to be able to see all those bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, also what book we placed it at. So make sure you check that out when you get some time. Do you like the content that you just saw and want to see some more? That's easy to do. Just hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on, and we will show up in your follower subscriptions tab next time we drop an episode of bets, and we do drop them daily. So it's well worth it. If you like action on sports, I promise you, this is your channel. We have more bets than probably 3/4 of them combined out there, and more plays. We like action. This is an action channel for sure. We're not going to give you, this is one play, we're going to do this. We can narrow it down to that, but why do that when we can have a lot more fun? All right, so you want to make life even easier to find us, then just follow or subscribe and turn on the notifications for that social media channel that you followers like this on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets, give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets, and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.